Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Raw Life Artist. I'm Clenda, I'm your host, and today I want to talk about how we idolize the moment we become successful as artists, or even how we idolize the phase or our lives once we hit success. Because I realized that we have this dream, we have this vision, we have the trajectory, we have goals in our lives as creators when we want to build a creative career and want to, earn our living with our art, And that's a good thing because we don't want to have a day job and not have full-time focus on our art because we want to build a career as an artist. So it's only natural that we want to, earn money with our art. And I found myself wanting to have success now, like right now. And I've been doing I'm also like a coach, as you know, like a somatic work facilitator, but I've been doing like self-reflection and personal development for a couple of years. And I found myself wondering why do I need to have this success right now? Why do I need it now? And a typical thing that comes up, like what you hear coaches saying it, well, I don't know, something about self-worth, needing validation, needing the permission slip that it's okay that we're taking up space. It's like having proof that our work is valuable and all these things, and they're all valid, and I'm sure they're all part of my journey as well. And I think it's all like, it's not just one thing why we want to have something now, but that it's a mix, a potpourri of many different things. And then I found that like a huge issue for me about this topic, why do I need to have it now, is that a part of me part of me needs proof that it's actually possible for me to have success at all. And every second that I'm not all of a sudden blowing up, like my career isn't blowing up, every second, every time I put something out there and it's not blowing up, it's another proof that it's not happening for me. And that has been like one of the biggest like issues I had with this topic, and I've been working on that a lot over the past couple of years. And also, I know where it's coming from. Like it comes from like my personal experience from school, where like this school system, it's not made for me. It's not that I'm not made for the school system. The school system is not made for me because we're so individual, and this school system is just so fucked up, outdated. Don't get me started on that, whole different topic. But as a kid, you start to think that you're not good enough, or that things don't come easily to you, or that whatever you do, like it's not enough, or your work effort, the work you put in, it's not enough, like compared to someone else who did less but got better results. It's a whole fucked up thing that messes with your head, especially as a kid. And I started believing that whatever I do, it's not going to work out for me. That has been a huge limiting belief in my system for quite a while. And then when I hit the online space, not even as an artist, but as a, I don't know, coach, creator, whatever, I wanted to learn how to build up, build a business online. And I took a lot of classes. And back then, like toxic marketing was still a thing. Fear, it's still a thing, but it was like all the rage back then, 3 years ago, I don't know. And I remember coaches saying, oh, you just have to do this and this, and then you can have like instant success, like earning 10,000 bucks like a month and stuff like that. Then I tried these things. It didn't really feel good doing these things. Like it wasn't my natural way of being. And it was very hard for me to do this kind of marketing and the things that I said. It wasn't even toxic shit, but it was just not, it was generic. Let's just say it as it is. It was generic and I didn't see myself in it. So I had to struggle like even doing it. But the thing is, those coaches, they said like, and if it's not working for you, if you're not instantly successful, earning 10,000 bucks and having like this huge community all of a sudden, like from one day to the next, then it's your fault. Then you're not doing it right. Then you don't want it enough, and all these kinds of things. And it all played into this limiting belief that whatever I do, either the thing is not working for me, so I just like, I'm just fucked. I just can't have success because the thing that leads me to success, it's not working for me, or I cannot do it in a way that it would work for me. So this me wanting to have success as fast as possible as an artist now, it was rooted in this needing proof that it's actually possible for me. But then I worked on that and I evolved, and I really like I really released a lot with somatic work. I released a lot of this anxiety from my system, you know. And then I realized there was a whole other thing beneath that. Why I idolize this state of having success, or this life that I dream of having as a successful artist, you know, with all the connections and all these, you know, when I really envision my life as I want it to be, I want to, you know, I want to make a difference in people's lives. I want to have an impact. I want my words to reach other people so people can feel inspired by them. It's not an ego shit show. I want people to be inspired. Because I know how amazing it feels to be inspired by someone else's inspiring art, you know? And when I have revelations, or when I create something, it's I can't just do this for myself. Like, yeah, I do this for myself. I create it for myself because like something wants to be expressed through me, but I want to share it. I want to share it. It's like baking the most delicious cake and just eating it all on, like, just you eating it for yourself on your own without sharing it. It's like, it's not fair. So we want to share the cake, you know, because it's delicious, and other people might have fun with it as well, you know, and enjoy it as well. So I want my art to inspire other people and make a difference, so they can have like hope or a moment of joy or whatever, or find themselves in my art, you know, find comfort in it, you know, things art just regularly do on a regular basis. You know, or you know, start thinking about new things or things in a different way, you know, like evolve and new perspective and all these things. I also want to have a network, you know, I want to meet cool people and I want to have exciting encounters, and I already have this because I'm, you know, obviously I'm already have a certain degree of success. And I have met on this level that I'm at, I have met so many amazing people, composers, other coaches in my area, amazing, absolutely amazing musicians. And I want to bring this to the next level, you know, and I want to travel the world and all these things. So, and I, you know, I want to have the financial resources to produce even more high quality art, you know, especially when it comes to audio and video and photography and all these things, you know. And I want to, you know, visit new places. So I have this vision of what I want my life to look like. And where there was this proof that it's actually possible for me, I realize now that the reason I want to have this this dream come true now, it's not because I don't trust that it's gonna happen. It's that I want to experience this life as long as possible. It's like this running against time, like the pressure I put on myself for it to come true now. It comes from a fear of death, basically, because I'm not getting younger. I mean, I'm not old. I'm 39, but there's this time pressure and just the genuine desire to experience the life I envision as long as possible, you know? And that was a big breakthrough for me. And but there was still this issue of, okay, I realize now that why I want to have my dream come true now. And I realized that I divided my life into a before and after. And right now I'm living in the before I hit success, you know, or before my dreams come true, whatever, let's just call it that. It sounds cheesy, but you know what I mean. I'm dividing my life into before my dream will finally come true and once my dream will have come true. And I'm still living in the before, and because I divide my life into that in this way, it feels like the before is not valuable at all. It's like, oh my God, when will this phase finally be over? And when will my life finally be good? And I realized, oh my God, how first ungrateful that is, because I love my life. I have so many amazing friends. I have an incredible family. I have so many amazing projects already, like music and podcast and coaching and all these things I'm writing, and like it's already amazing. And there is so like my community here, it's so cool. But somehow it feels like it's not enough if I divide my life into these two separate phases, you know? So it feels ungrateful, but also it feels like a fucking waste. It feels like such a fucking waste of life to experience a huge chunk of your life as a phase to leave behind as fast as possible. You know, because it means that I'm not enjoying my life right now. And this is like, to be honest with you, this is how I felt for a while now. Like ever since I decided to make my creative passion my job, and even before, when I was in the coaching space and the e-commerce space, when I started out as an entrepreneur, like I didn't enjoy this journey at all. Because it was always about, I need to have success now. First, because as a proof that it's actually possible, and now it's to live my life in the way that I wanted to live as long as possible, because apparently right now it's not good enough. This is what's going on, like on this deeper level here. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to waste my time. Like, I don't want to waste life not enjoying it. Like, I'm idealizing, like I'm putting it on a pedestal, this life that I'm envisioning, like this dream. But it's keeping me from actually enjoying my life right now. So what good is a freaking dream if it means that everything else is not worth my gratitude, you know? And that was very, like, I was like, oh my God, like this needs some serious looking at. Because life's obviously, like, my brain knows it, like life is way too precious to throw it away like that. And I realized, you know, like I'm idealizing this dream of mine because of this separation between, like, into before and after. And then I realized, like, I heard a story, and it's one thing to get it in our heads, and this is why mindset work alone does not work, because it's in my mind. I get it, I understand now, but my body still feels this pressure of having, like, getting away from this life and moving, like, finally getting to the next, like, to the dream come true life. But so I'm doing a lot of somatic work, and I'm working these emotions. What I do, like, I'm getting in my space, and I'm just giving these emotions of wanting to get away from this life. I'm giving them space, like, I'm letting them be there, and I'm moving them through my body so they won't get stuck. So I'm actively working and moving with these emotions of not being grateful. So I'm because shoving them away, it will never work at all. Like, the mind thing is an anchor. Now we get to move our body and move the emotions through the body and letting them be there. Just holding myself in this ungrateful state, and that's okay, because this is how we move through, like, emotions through our body, and actually work through things. Because once we clear our bodies in this way, we can feel more clearly and think more clearly. So the revelation, or that which has, like, the realization in my mind, has actually the chance to be embodied, because the body is now clear and free of stuck energy. So, and then I heard, because then I felt clearer, my space was clear, it's okay. And then I don't know, I was watching, what was I watching? I can't even remember. I was watching a TV show, and someone said something about wanting to be very wise. It was Sulliver's Crossing. And the one guy said something, oh, the caterpillar spends his whole life thinking it's just a caterpillar, and then it realizes, oh no, I'm a butterfly. And I'm like, hell no. The caterpillar, it knows from the very start that it is a freaking butterfly, because I believe it's engraved in its DNA in the caterpillar state that it's also a butterfly. And I love this. I love this metaphor. I believe, by the way, that one purpose of the caterpillar butterfly is that it holds so many beautiful metaphors for us humans. So no, but this image, it made it so clear that, like, the time before I hit success, quote unquote, is the caterpillar state, and the butterfly is the dream come true state. But without, like, the butterfly is never going to exist without the caterpillar, So both states, they're one in the creature is a caterpillar and a butterfly, always at the same time, because this is just, it's just different states at different times, but it always has this trajectory, and it's always one doesn't go without the other. There is no better state. There is just the one state and the other, the caterpillar and the butterfly, but they're linked. They cannot be separated. They're one and the same, just different manifestations of this creature. And it's the caterpillar first, but it's already a butterfly, because this is the way of the world. It's already written in its genes that it's already a butterfly in the making. And once it's a butterfly, it's only a butterfly because it was something else before, And I realized it's exactly the same with our creative careers or dreams come true in general. There is a path towards that dream come true. And then there's this dream come true. But the dream won't come true without the phase before, without the getting there. And the getting there is also, it's also already written in the energetic DNA, whatever, of the dream come true. The dream has already come true because I'm on my way, even though it hasn't technically come true, you know? So it's both the same. It's just different states, you know? And I love this metaphor because it's not, oh, when will this state, quote unquote, before success will finally be over? It's that I get to experience this getting there. I get to experience it. It's not that I have to endure it. I get to feel and experience myself in this state of moving towards success, or this dream come true. And then it accumulates successive step after step after step. The successive step accumulate to success until one, like, it seems like small steps. You don't see a difference. You don't see, I'm still a caterpillar. I'm moving, walking, making moves and like going into that direction and working towards that dream come true. And you maybe not to even see like progress, but you go, you walk step for step. And then one day, the next step is the first step that will make the new life like visible. You know, it has accumulated. You don't see a difference. And then all of a sudden, wow, something happened. Like all those small steps accumulated, and the next step like opened the lid to a next level. And then it goes further from there until you have, I don't even believe that once we hit success, quote unquote, it's like, it's not even like from one day to the next. It's not a like switch and then, oh yeah, now it's like come true. Okay, I get it. It's like you might not even realize it has happened because it's successive and so on and so on. Like it's a process. And you look back and you see, oh yeah, all right. Stuff has changed. Things have changed. But and this is like, you might not even realize that your dream has come true. That's what I'm saying. But you know, this is what but it's always that you only get there because you get there. You know what I mean? The butterfly only exists because the caterpillar lived and moved and existed. And your dream will only come true with the phase of walking towards it because of the journey towards it, you know? And it sounds super cheesy, but it is the fact. And I have another metaphor, and I'm realizing that I've had so many metaphors for that. Like I was baking cookies. I never bake, but I don't know why, but I felt like baking it. And I didn't just want to have cookies. I could have just run to the supermarket and buy myself some cookies. It wasn't just about the cookies, I realized, but I put on some music. I like had all my fairy lights on and candles on in the kitchen. And I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed mashing all the things together, and oh yeah, a little bit of more cinnamon there, and oh yeah, I have still like, I don't know, almonds there. I just put them in, you know. And it was so much fun baking those cookies. I wouldn't have had such an amazing time if I had just had the cookies right away. The journey was fun. And it wasn't that I had to make them and I had to endure making them, so I finally have the cookies. But But it was like a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And I realized that, yes, exactly. I was talking about like I need proof that my dream will come true at all for me, that it's actually possible for me. And with the cookies, like I know that I'm doing it, like I'm baking them, I'm preparing it, and it's a safe bet that I will have cookies because I'm mashing all the things together. But with the success, it somehow feels like dreams come true. It somehow feels like it's not just in my hands. Like I'm not just mashing all the things together and then it's like, even if it's a journey, it's a safe bet that it's going to happen. Like it feels like when we want to build a career as an artist, it doesn't feel like it's all in our hands, that we just have to move and put in all the ingredients and then it will come out the way we want it. So we kind of need proof that it's happening. But I mean, there's a lot that can go wrong with the cookie baking, and I get that when it's about our career, the metaphor isn't as easy because there are a lot of factors that are out of our hands. It's not just mashing the ingredients together and then putting them in the oven and you know the time and all these things and you just take them out and it's there. But then again, if trust is one of the ingredients, oh my God, it's getting so philosophical. If trust is one of the ingredients, we actually have a pretty good shot, you know? Like it's not that far off the metaphor because we put in all the ingredients, we create, we get inspiration, we put stuff out there, we grow our nervous system capacity so we can keep going, so we can hold ourselves in our vulnerability of this liminal state of putting our stuff out there and seeing what happens. You know, we step by step by step by step by small little step without seeing any difference, you know, like the caterpillar, it's moved and it's moved, it's still a freaking caterpillar. It's like we do all the things, we put in all the ingredients necessary, we keep moving. And when trust, like the caterpillar trusts as well, and I trust as well that when I do all the things I can do, and when I trust and I build my nervous system capacity, that invokes trust. Even though things are out of my hands sometimes, you know, like with success, sometimes it is like that. Like we don't know why some things make it instantly and others take a while. But if I have trust as one of my ingredients and I generate trust in myself by doing somatic work and nervous system capacity and stuff like that, then I can keep moving. And then and then one day my dream will come true, or our dreams will come true if we keep moving and if we keep putting in the effort and if we keep putting in all the ingredients, you know. And we can enjoy this time when we know and trust that it's all part of one. It's not separated. It's not one, like a before and an after. We get to experience this time before our dreams come true because it's linked to each other. It leads towards that. And I choose to trust that. And I choose to believe it. And if we can install limiting beliefs, we can install expanding beliefs in ourselves. I highly trust that. But it's only possible if our nervous system, if our body is on board with that. And that's why this somatic work is so important on this journey as an artist, as a human being, going for stuff, you know? So yeah. That was the revelation of the week. I just wanted to share that with you. And I said all I wanted to say. So next time you fear your dreams aren't coming true, or next time you don't appreciate life, quote unquote, before your dreams come true. Remember the caterpillar butterfly. See you next time.